Thank you so much. I'm humbled to be at a table with such distinguished company. The highlight of my learning experience after teaching for 20 years certainly came in 2004 when I participated in the Supreme Court Summer Institute. I've always been excited to teach, and that experience provided a depth and richness to my understanding of the law and government that I share with my students every day. Just to give you a glimpse of what that week was like, our first evening we participated in a discussion with the DC Circuit Court judge who in private practice had argued 39 cases before the Supreme Court. He was there to provide his insights as to how the cases are selected to be heard by the High Court. He also was to share stories of the justices and their personalities. Who would have thought 1 year later, our speaker, John Roberts Jr., would be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. As teachers during the week, we participated in a moot Supreme Court hearing ourselves. We argued the Newdow case, otherwise known as the Pledge of Allegiance case. I was selected to participate in the oral arguments and assisted by Paul Clement. Imagine how intimidating that process was, both to work with such a respected constitutional scholar and then to argue the case before teachers and legal professionals from across the country. Our last day, we sat in at the Supreme Court and heard the final decisions of the term, including the controversial Hamdi v. Rumsfeld. That evening, we were back at the court and guest of Associate Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, 18 months before she announced her retirement. Can you imagine the thrill of a lifetime to have a private chat with Sandra Day O'Connor? Each semester, I share so much of what I learned with my students in my Law and American Society class. Keep in mind, my class is a diverse population. Some of my students are aspiring lawyers and love taking the sample LSAT problems and learning about the legal profession. Others want to know exactly what their rights really are in school. For example, if one student can wear a t-shirt that says, "Be happy, be gay," can another wear a t-shirt that says, "Gay is against God"? This is a case right now in our Chicago Circuit Courts. And I'm pretty sure I've had a few students over the years that have taken my class to perhaps learn enough about the Fourth and Fifth Amendments to help them with their legal problems. They do love to hear the stories of the justices, their likes, their dislikes, their friendships, their passion about the cases that they hear. This year, one of the cases that we performed a moot Supreme Court hearing about was the Snyder v. Phelps case. Students argued passionately on both sides of the issue. Free political speech versus the privacy rights of a mourning military family. My first semester classes didn't have the advantage to hear how it was really argued, nor has a decision been made yet. After the court announced the decision this spring, I received an email from one of those first semester students. Connor wrote, "Mrs. Emond, can you believe it? 8-1, just like in our class. Remember, I was the one dissenter just like Alita." That email proving that Connor remembered the class, remembered the case, and was still interested 3 months later is one of the many reasons I love what I do. Just last week, we were at DuPage County Courthouse to observe criminal, civil, and family court cases. Just as a chemistry teacher would use a lab for their experiments, certainly a law teacher should use their courthouse as our lab. My students heard a felony sexual assault case, a misdemeanor obstruction of justice case, and a Fox News personality divorce case. What an interesting day. Knowing that years later, former students were inspired to enter law enforcement careers, become attorneys, or simply keep in touch to share their stories from when they served on a jury is a testament to what this class and the street law curriculum is about. After watching the film, Waiting for Superman, I can see why so many in this country are discouraged with our American public school system. So much of that movie saddened me. However, I can say that I'm proud to work at a public school that supports students and encourages teachers to grow and continue to learn so they can walk into their classroom every day and partner with their students to reach their full potential. Programs like Street Law are great examples. My time is devoted to encouraging my students to be invested in understanding the law and their government. I want my students to move beyond the apathy and pessimism many feel about politics and government. And keep in mind, I live in Illinois. They are our future. They should be hopeful and encouraged that their voice counts. My classes are soaking this up. They're getting it. I think you would all be encouraged to know programs like Street Law are having a profound impact on students nationwide. So I'd like to say thank you to Street Law for honoring me with this humbling award. Thank you to all of you here tonight who give so much to support such a worthwhile organization. Thank you to my administration at Downers Grove North High School, and especially my department chairperson, Joe Rose. And thank you to my family.